for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call this meeting, West Burlington City Council to order. Roll call, please.
Newberry.
Here.
Crowner.
Here.
Heitmeyer. Lees.
Here.
Young.
Here.
Need to perfect and approve the agenda.
So moved.
Support.
Motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Crowner.
Aye.
Heitmeyer. Lees.
Aye.
Young.
Aye.
Newberry.
Aye.
Motion carried. Consent agenda.
Motion to approve as presented.
Support.
Motion with support. Approve consent agenda items 1 through 6, which are the minutes from the regular city council meeting on November 17th. Payment to St. Clair Tractor, payment to ESO Solutions, a payment to Municipal Supply, payment to Francis Service, and approve the claims list as percentage amount $177,042.91. Any discussions? Roll call.
Lees.
Aye.
Young.
Aye.
Newberry.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Motion carried. Council and staff reports. Greg?
A lot tonight, Your Honor. Staff budget sessions began today. We ran through 3. Should be an interesting year with all the new faces on staff, council, and mayor. So coming on in January, so that'll be a interesting January.
I'm looking forward to my January.
Yeah.
Anybody have anything for Greg?
I just, one thing, I wanted to tell you, thanks for following up on that
Absolutely.
DOT request. It
Although I
sounds like
haven't seen them out there yet, and they were supposed to be out there this week, so.
3 days left, right? Got to start somewhere. Thanks.
Mike?
Just picking up leaf bags, sweeping up leaves, jetting sewers. We're down to, got a couple by Deary Brothers in the old water plant, and then we got to hop over to Rushtown and Mulberry. We should be finally finishing up with them. Found a lot of blockages, lots of stuff we're dragging out and cleaning up. South Lift finished up today. They came down and went through the punch list, got the new lid on, capped the old main, rotated the lid. As far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, it's functioning and everything is done there. We still have issues with pumps and stuff that me and Greg are working on, where we're at, whether they were new or used and different things like that, to go through with them and work that all out. The tower, they're supposed to be pouring concrete Friday. Where the tower got set and welded, there's a ring of concrete that goes around upside in the top, and then they'll be starting to put the lid on it and weld it on. That's about all I got.
Do you have anything for Mike?
On the sewer jetting, how many people mentioned to you that they had issues? Last time I told you we'd covered 1,200 residents, and we had 8, and that was before I got to the other side of the freeway and everything, and I'm only at 9 now, I think. Okay, that's good. So, Yeah, we did have a little bit at Remax, just so you know. okay. It wasn't bad, but just a little bit there. Several of them come out, said they heard it, wanted to know what we was doing, didn't make a mess, but, I mean, it will pull water out of the traps, and then you'll get smell. A lot of people had smell, and that's, we try and pass on too, that when we're doing this jetting, if you get the smell, go turn on your faucet, flush your toilet to fill your trap back up, because it'll suck water out of your trap, and then it lets sewer gas in. If you have drains in your basement, just take a pitcher or a bucket, pour a bucket of water down there, it'll fill the trap back up and stop the sewer gases smell from coming up in your house. Okay. And then I did have a brief discussion with the school district concerning a sewer line. Sounds like over Christmas break, that's going to be repaired. Okay. So,
Thank you. Appreciate the follow-up.
no problem. Wish I would get that contact back to me. I'm the one that's been dealing with this for 2 years with the school. I had talked to Greg. We were gonna send a letter, because we can't seem to get this fixed. I'm glad to hear that, but I wish the person up there in charge that I've been dealing with would be good enough to pass this information on to me when this is gonna happen, what's going on. I would like to be informed about that. Yep, I think this is brand new, so we'll make sure that happens. Okay.
Hey, a question, just Mike, meeting, you mentioned you'd like us to pursue looking into texting communication, like, so we have a method to communicate with the community, with people who don't have Facebook, who don't have computers and
Yeah, I
stuff.
think Brad's putting that in his budget again this year.
Okay.
Just something that would, there's a lot of benefit to it. We're finding
bet.
out more and more that we're not contacting people that don't have the paper, they don't have computers, they don't have internet. We're not getting the people that we need to be.
You bet, okay. So someone's got the action, though, to keep us looking at that. I think it's great.
Yeah, I asked Brad to this year to put that in his IT budget again, to try and bring that up and see if we can't get that budgeted and get something in place.
Thank you.
Jesse?
A couple things. Bryce is last week of his FTO. Everything's looking good, so he'll be out on second shift starting his next rotation. Everything's going good. Bruce is doing excellent at the academy. We got 2.5 weeks left with him there, and he'll be back here for his FTO program starting with there in the middle of December.
Do you have anything for Jess? Sean?
Wrapped up another residential inspection today. Got a couple I'm waiting to hear back from the landlord on. Just getting notices out to his tenants and stuff. They're multi-residentials. We'll get those taken care of, get those off the books. I should have all my permits caught up tomorrow, be done with those. I've been working on the budget, getting that taken care of, getting that to Greg, and I gotta give him a little bit more information that he asked for. Fire side, we've been kind of busy. It was last Saturday after the meeting we had, the welders were out working on the water tower and had a spark come down and ignite that by that dirt pile. Nothing major, just a little one. We got that put out, and then when I went back by the next day, I noticed somebody dropped their leaf bags there, so I know that's not a drop-off point either. But then we had fire yesterday in Burlington that we assisted them on. No one got hurt. And we have one just a little while ago out at SCC, was a ventilation fan, heater fan in the hallway. No one got hurt, and the college is taking care of the matter. Minimal damage, less than a couple $100. So.
Okay. Anybody have anything for Sean?
Anything new on Spring Street, not moving along, okay.
Yes, Spring Street, thank you. I went back over there just before Thanksgiving, did the inspection. They are at a point that everything is good. It is habitable. I actually walked into the one room and couldn't believe you could see the floor. They've done an excellent job of taking the direction and that I've passed on to them and getting it cleaned up. They actually, like I said at the previous meeting, they had the backyard and the front yard all cleaned up before the deadline. And then I got back with them. We had to delay it a day because they were getting with community action on some things, but the interior is night and day from what it was. I'm very happy, grateful for that. And we've had some other discussions regarding traffic. I'll just leave it like that, on what to expect if it ever starts again. So, and they've kind of given me some assurances they don't want that, and I'd like to hold them to that word.
Thank you. Thanks.
Kelly, you got anything?
I will mention that on the December 15th, December 15th from 3 to 6, we're going to have an elected officials open house, just to kind of welcome the new council members, let the public come in and meet them, and say goodbye to Hans and Royce. I added it up today, and Hans has been serving the city for 45 years between the fire department, city council, and being the mayor since 1994, so.
Time flies when you're having fun, right?
Definitely gonna miss him. And Ron, you got a lot of catching up to do. We'll keep you busy.
Angie, anything?
I talked to the auditor today. They're tentatively scheduled to be at the next council meeting to go over our audit. And that's all.
Did we get the new valuations already, or are they coming out sometime next?
We were told late November, early December, so we're still waiting, hoping.
Early December now.
I know.
Okay. Go to citizen inquiry. Oh, I'm sorry. Kathy, you got anything going on?
Good, thank you.
Andy?
Just a quick thank you to everybody. Again, the level of communication that we're receiving, and I like to say to these meetings, because I know there's a couple hundred people watching, but not only from Greg, but now from department heads that we see, and like updates on spring and stuff like that, we're getting weekly. So that's just, it's a great thing to have that information, be able to make decisions. And even better, I probably get 10 to 15 calls every week from different random people in town, or see them on the street, and being able to be informed and tell them exactly where we're at on something is big. So thank you all very much.
Trace?
I have nothing.
Mel?
I'm good, thank you, nothing.
All right. Anyone wishing to address council on matters that are not on the agenda tonight? It's a chance to jump up and speak up. Seeing nobody rise, we'll go to new business. Item number 1 is to consider resolution approving 10-year partial tax abatement for 1212 Broadway. This would be Brad Ingram. I take it he's wanting to do some additions, or?
Do you know what he's doing?
He's looking at an addition in the back, some store, so his current tenant needs more storage room, so he wants to add on storage back there. He's got the space, he's within acceptable building zones. I would classify it as a pole shed, storage shed.
Similar to there's a new structure back there already, correct? Behind that building?
I might have the addresses confused, I'm sorry.
This would be, well, this is my father's old property.
Yeah, yeah, I think he's looking to add another one back there.
Yeah.
Well, he's asking for the 10-year abatement, which, the first year it's 80%, second year 70, third 60, fourth 50, fifth and sixth year 40%, seventh, eighth years 30%, and ninth and 10th year is 20%. After that, it goes back to 100%.
And just as a reminder, excuse me, this has historically been on as a resolution. I can't talk. Really, my plan would be to put it on the consent agenda. These can't really be denied if they meet the criteria of the plan. And really should be just on the consent agenda if they meet the criteria. And once they go to the county assessor, if they meet the increase in valuation, then the abatement would be applied. If they don't meet the increase in valuation, the abatement would not be applied. My plan going forward would be to simply put these on the consent agenda. And council can always pull something off, of course, from the consent agenda, but if they do meet the criteria, council really shouldn't, or I don't know if can't is the right word, but shouldn't be denying the application if they meet the criteria.
And in your assessment, everything meets the criteria, so good. Thanks.
I'll motion to approve the resolution.
I'll second.
Motion with support. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Crowner,
Aye.
Lees,
Aye.
Young,
Aye.
Newberry.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 2 is to consider pay request number 4 from Phi Excavating for the work completed on the Lewis Park Water Resource Restoration Project in the amount of $129,263.71.
So moved.
Support.
Motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Newberry,
Aye.
Crowner,
Aye.
Lees,
Aye.
Young.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 3 is to consider a change order number 3 from Graff Excavating for the Des Moines County landfill lift station. And that change order, request number 3 in the memo, is reconciling the project quantities so that the work complete matches the final contract amount, and a $1,000 deduction of contract value for the city to clean out the culvert on Mount Pleasant Street.
So that would be like Mike's group end up doing that work? For the $1,000
Yes.
credit?
Yeah.
Is that doable for $1,000?
Yeah.
You're familiar with it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that's paid by the landfill.
The only thing I was confused on was that it goes into the retainage amount, and at the very end, I was a little confused just because we were doing a change order, but then we got into the retainage. So we're not approving anything but to the change order, or we're approving the payment on this one?
The payment is the next.
Okay, I'm with you.
The 3,500 is the next.
Okay,
They
good
put it
deal.
in the same memo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had that same problem today.
Okay,
trying
I'm
to
with you.
Figure it out.
Approve change order number 3 in the amount of $3,500.
No, that's not it. Trey.
That's not it?
No. You-
Oh, wait.
You're just approving the change order that
Oh, okay.
reconciles the quantities and matches the final contract amount of $1,000 deduction for us to do the work. That's the change order. It's a very difficult memo.
Kinda.
I had the same problem trying to figure it out this afternoon if you look at scroll down on, I think it's on that side there. Scroll down to the detailed estimate of work.
I did not put a resolution on here to accept the project and release the retainage.
No, we're not.
So we're not at that point yet.
Yeah.
Right.
Although he does recommend
It-
it, but we haven't put it on there yet for the approval.
That's why I was making sure the
It's
retainage
this
wasn't part of this change order. That's where I was, okay.
No, I
It'd
think
be
that most,
probably under the next one, under the next item. I had a heck of a time finding the stuff myself.
So, because there's a request for number 5.
Right,
but we're
that's
on
the-
number
that's-
3.
Item number 4 is going to be the request for number 5 for the 3539.94. Number 3 is, bring up the, there you go, right here. This is what
This
we're
is-
talking about, right here.
Jesus, Mary, Mother, and Joseph.
Got it?
Sure. So, I'll amend my motion and approve the change order number 3.
Second.
Motion with support. Any discussion? Further discussion? Roll call.
Crowner,
Aye.
Lees,
Aye.
Young,
Aye.
Newberry.
Aye.
Motion carried. Now, item number 4 is to consider pay request number 5 from Graff Excavating for the Moyne County Landfill Lift Station Project in the amount of $3,539.94.
So moved.
Second.
Motion with support. Any discussion on that? Roll call.
Lees.
She said Lee's.
Oh, did,
I'm sorry, Lees, Young. Aye. Newberry.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 5 is consider final reading of an ordinance setting the water rates effective January 2nd, 2022. And that would set the rates from the monthly distribution charge of $28.51 to $33.16. And the first 3,000 gallons, there's no charge. With the payment of a monthly distribution charge, 3,001 to 1 million gallons would go from $11.16 to $12.71 per thousand. 3,001 to 1 million. 1,000,001 to 1,000,005 would go from $8.90 per 1,000 gallons to $10.45. and 1,500,001 and above would go from $6.95 to $8.50 per 1,000 gallons.
Motion to approve?
Support.
Motion with support. Any further discussion? Did anybody ever say anything, any comments? Received no comments?
I received.
We will.
Yeah. I mean, I did 6, 7 months ago when we kind of laid out the whole plan, but, yeah.
Roll call.
Young,
Aye.
Newberry,
Aye.
Crowner,
Aye.
Lees.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 6 is to consider resolution authorizing the transfer of funds from the general fund to the capital reserve fire fund in the amount of $18,110. That is the stipend money that was budgeted but not spent, and last couple of years we decided to transfer that money over to their reserve fund.
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Newberry,
Aye.
Crowner,
Aye.
Lees,
Aye.
Young,
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 7 is consider payment Snyder and Associates for engineering services related to the following projects. Des Moines County Landfill Lift Station, $1,822.71. South Lift Station Project, $1,259. And the Mount Pleasant Straight Water Tower and Booster Station Project in the amount of $5,828.96.
Motion to approve all 3.
Support.
There's a motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Crowner,
Aye.
Lees,
Aye.
Young,
Aye.
Newberry.
Aye.
Motion carried. Anybody have any old business? Anybody wishing to address the council on matters that we did discuss or didn't discuss tonight? I'll entertain a motion. We don't need to adjourn?
Just adjourn the meeting, there's no motion required.
Oh, no, okay. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Support.
Motion with support. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned, and we are going to have an exempt session for collective bargaining, Iowa Code Section 20.17-3, negotiation sessions.